On the morning of December 5th, 2003, Malaysia was shocked by a crime that captivated the entire nation. Noritta Samsudin, a 22-year-old executive, was found brutally murdered in her condominium in Sri Hartamas, Kuala Lumpur. The case became one of Malaysia's most widely discussed mysteries, involving shocking testimonies, advanced DNA analysis, and unresolved questions. Around 4 a.m., Noritta's housemates, Kenneth Michael Yap and Noor Azora Abdul Hamid, discovered her lifeless body. Her mouth was stuffed with a towel, while her hands and feet were bound with a bra and electrical cable. This horrifying discovery marked the beginning of a complicated investigation. Statements from Kenneth and Noor Azora. Their account of the discovery included a mention of a foul smell and seeing a man leaving the premises in a hurried manner. Investigators quickly began their work. Dr. Abdul Halim Mansour, director of the Institute of Forensic Medicine, conducted the autopsy. His findings revealed that Noritta had died of asphyxiation. DNA samples taken from her body identified two profiles, one belonging to Hanif Basri, an alleged intimate partner, and another unidentified individual referred to as Unknown Male 1. Dr. Abdul Halim Mansour's autopsy revealed critical details: cause of death, asphyxiation. Injuries to her hymen were over 72 hours old, while injuries to her anus occurred within 72 hours before her death, likely caused by a blunt object. DNA analysis indicated the presence of Unknown Male 1, alongside DNA from Hanif Basri and the victim. Chemist Lim Kong Boon reported that DNA extracted from vaginal swabs had three contributors: 60 to 70% from Hanif Basri, indicating he was the last to engage in sexual activity with the victim; 20 to 25% from the victim herself; 10 to 15% from Unknown Male 1. This evidence raised questions about the sequence of events leading to her death. 11 wet tissue papers found in the victim's room sparked controversy during the trial. DNA analysis confirmed the tissues contained sperm from Hanif Basri. The prosecution argued this indicated recent sexual activity, as the tissues were still wet. However, the defense challenged this, noting the tissues were found folded under clothing, possibly delaying the drying process. They also highlighted that laboratory experiments showed sperm samples dried faster in controlled conditions than in real-life situations. This inconsistency weakened the tissue's validity as evidence. Two security guards, SP-10 and SP-11, testified that they saw Noritta with Hanif and two other Malay couples near a white cancel in the condominium's parking lot on the night of the murder. However, their testimonies were inconsistent and delayed, with both revealing this information days after being detained as suspects. The inconsistencies in their accounts, particularly regarding the suspects' clothing and the timing of events, ultimately led the judge to dismiss their statements as unreliable. DNA findings revolutionized the investigation, offering near-certain proof of identity. According to the chemist, the likelihood of two individuals sharing similar DNA was between 1 in 41 million and 1 in 6.2 quintillion, based on Malaysia's Malay database. However, DNA evidence alone needed to be contextualized within the broader narrative. In this case, the presence of Unknown Male 1 created reasonable doubt. Without identifying this individual, the prosecution struggled to build an irrefutable case. Hanif Basri Abdul Rahman, engineer in his early 30s during the trial, became the prime suspect in Noritta's murder. Known for his intimate relationship with the victim, Hanif's DNA at the apartment became the centerpiece of the prosecution's case. The trial concluded with Hanif's acquittal in 2005 due to insufficient evidence directly linking him to the crime. As of recent years, Hanif has maintained a low profile. Publicly available information indicates he studied at Portland State University and Maktab Sultan Abu Bakar in Johor Bahru. An Instagram account under the username @Basri Hanif displayed one post in November 2024, but no further details about his residence or current occupation are available. Considering the sensitivity of the case, Hanif likely opts for privacy. The case captivated the nation. From sensational headlines to conspiracy theories, everyone speculated about the true identity of unknown male one. Public opinion was divided as the trial unfolded. In 2005, the court acquitted Hanif Basri, emphasizing the principle of reasonable doubt due to the presence of unknown male one and the circumstantial nature of the evidence. Adding to the mystery were claims of paranormal activity. Reports emerged of Noritta's spirit wandering her gravesite in Jajawi, Perlis, causing widespread fear. Local vendors closed early, and workers avoided nighttime hours. Rumors also surfaced about Noritta wearing a susuk, a traditional charm believed to enhance beauty, which allegedly caused her spirit to be restless. Some residents sought police permission to exhume her grave and remove the susuk. Conflicting stories emerged about whether this permission was granted, and tales circulated of her spirit making phone calls, reminiscent of urban legends. Speculations also arose about how a 22-year-old woman could afford a luxurious condominium, a car, and send 2,000 ringgit monthly to her mother. While some questioned the nature of her work, others cautioned against jumping to conclusions. The body of Noritta Samsudin was prepared for burial at the Kuala Lumpur hospital morgue. A journalist who covered the story shared his experience. On December 5, 2003, I arrived at the Kuala Lumpur hospital morgue around 10 a.m. Outside, her colleagues and close friends were visibly distraught. Inside the morgue, her face looked serene, as though she was merely sleeping, despite the tragic circumstances of her death.